always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are. And Jesse Palmer and guys can't wait to get this one started. The Volunteers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress at defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Volunteers offense will have its first possession of the game. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end.
On third down, he'll field the punt. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Loose in the middle. Touchdown, Razorbacks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Finds his man, it's Davis. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
But that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Grabbed in the middle, it's Thomas. Breaks into the open. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Volunteers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll go with no movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on fourth down. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Just going to keep it after the snap. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there. As we get closer to the playoff, that becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning, and that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have a couple.
He strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Looking for the tie with the extra point. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Looking for space. It's Washington.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Green. He's going to let it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got it in the middle. It's Davis. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It'll be 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
That's the danger as a defense when you blitz this guy on 3rd down. If you don't get him to the ground right away or someone's out of a gap, his scrambling ability can hurt you, and that's exactly what happened. He saw open field, he took off, and he was able to go get the 1st down.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Vols come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Quarterback will keep it. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set. Make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
To the air. It's Green. Bought a little time. Lets it go. That's caught. It's Brown. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So here is the Tennessee offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He wants to change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the try is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. To the air, it's Green. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Going to the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the misconnection on 3rd down. And the Razorbacks will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Last time they had it, the long missed field goal ended the drive. The idea, get a little deeper in plus territory this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Quarterback making adjustments. 3rd down play from the gun. Fires to the big fella. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. To throw, it's Aguilar. Pressure coming. Firing to the right, complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. The Volunteers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it inside the 25. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Catch in the middle, it's Staley. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Deal with this one. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, and makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is...
There he goes! Smashes him with the stiff arm. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going on.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Grabbed behind the line. It's Staley. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety. So zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
And the Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Looking to scramble. Moving out to the right. Finds his tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Makes the grab. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
Right back to the well. He breaks the tackle. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Vols kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Going to the run, it's Lewis. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Trying to punch it in. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They'll go jumbo package. 3 tight ends set on 3rd and goal. Sneaks into the end zone.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far.
We've got a good one going here in the third quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jefferson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here is the Tennessee offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Gonna run it. It's Morris. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB designed run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front, and guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
That's how it's done, and it's an easy decision when you get it. There's no second guessing when you get it. Nice job by the offense converting the 4th down.
The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field.
They have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They're going to ride this running back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Vols are threatening on 1st and goal. On the move. Touchdown, Volunteer! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Washington. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's Green. And that's incomplete, a defender all over him, knocked the ball to the ground, 4th down coming up. The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. Hauls it in at the 40. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff from the gun. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping into the field, that gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He leaves it with his back. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Turning it on! That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Vols back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard instead. It's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They've had this drive absolutely gift-wrapped. How often do you start with a 1st and goal?
You know, this offensive line, they've just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Green. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides to back and leaves it. Sweet cut there. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, the power run here. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Looking deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Creates a little space. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Let's go. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. There he goes. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. With the clock running, this should be the final play. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.